It's Tom Meyer, the superintendent of Bellevue Community School District in Bellevue, Iowa, coming to you this week with the Believe in the Blue edition for January 12th, 2016. I'm going to review the board meeting from last night, January 11th, and hit some of the highlights there. We also have this information online for you, and along with a couple other things I'll mention as we go through here. So, one thing here, we had a common curriculum presentation last night by Principal Jeff Raker, Middle School, High School, and the elementary principal, Mrs. Jeanette Hartung Schrader. Talk about the MTSS, or the multi-tiered support system, and some key highlights they made of that is it's giving students assistance to help them succeed, which is the goal of school, for all students to succeed, obviously. It's allowing us to utilize our staff better. It's just some different formatting, some different structure of our school day to really meet the students' needs, find out what the students' needs are, to reach students where they're at and to help them achieve from there, and to work with students during the school day. Now, sometimes we do work before or after school with students, but one of the big things here is we want to do is make the best use of the school day that we possibly can, and it's really pulling everyone together. As one teacher recently stated to me, actually this morning, she said it's kind of an all hands on deck. You know, everyone's responsible for everyone. We're all going to help everyone out and reaching the needs of all students that way. Next thing we talked about was facilities update. A few things there. We talked about a variety of things, some land acquisition for the future use of the school district, to the music room area, looking at some improvements there and what can we do. This will be an ongoing discussion. We had a facilities committee meeting on February 6th, and just kind of highlighting some of the areas there that they brought up, and those were some of those areas as well. We'll have more discussion about that in the future. Some other things to do in the upcoming years here too. We had a layout of what some of the projected um, expenses would be, was some of the projected things that we want to purchase are for this upcoming summer. No huge projects right now the way it's looking. We do need to get a few more computers for our 5th grade. We are going to be updating the memory in our MacBooks, our white MacBooks, the first ones we had here. They're about 6 years old right now. We're still getting a lot of use out of them. Our juniors and seniors are. Our other students down through 3rd grade, down through 3rd grade all have Chromebooks that way. But want you to recognize we're going to be looking at improving the memory of them. We'll have a Cole Park expense coming up that way, joining the city and utilizing Cole Park for baseball games and softball games throughout the summer. And we'll also be doing some middle school locker repair with some mechanisms that'll make some middle school students and some middle school parents very happy. We're going to be doing some changes there. We've been doing some of those throughout the year, but we'll go a full repair job with the mechanisms over the summer is the plan. And then we're also looking at some baseboard in some areas of the updated hallway in the Hall of Pride Commons area and the locker room area. We approved the school calendar last night. I will put that online. One thing you may want to remember, first day of school is August 23rd. So that's something coming up. Other than that, it's a very similar schedule to this year. We did talk about the Affordable Care Act some and providing insurance to employees who work over 30 hours per week. We will be doing that, obviously, and just looking at where things are at that way. Not looking to reduce anyone's hours down or anything like that at this time, and it's really working out well the way it is right now. Also, the board gave me permission to fill out the Modified Allowable Growth Dropout Prevention Fund. It's a plan we have to submit, and it's a fund for our school finance formula for the upcoming school year. It partially pays for salaries for both teachers and some of our associates that way. We also had a TLC update. That's a teacher leadership and compensation update. Joni Kilberg and Kurt Ernst will be taking 2 positions there. The literacy coach will be Joni Kilberg, and the STEP coach, as we call him, STEP, student engagement technology and science, technology, engagement, and problem solving will be Kurt Ernst. So we will fill Mrs. Kilberg's position as an English teacher fully, and we'll be working on Mr. Ernst's position as well in some ways. The board appointed President Kevin Lundeen to be on the Jackson County Conference Board. Early graduation, we approved some last month, but this year we had one more. Alex Frank will be graduating early as well. He had some very good training here at the school, and will be actually pursuing something in those areas, in the welding area in the future as well, possibly. Had some talk about Comet School finance, and one of the big things coming up right now is that we have the fiscal plan, or excuse me, the 1 cent money that all counties in the state of Iowa have. It is set to expire in 2029. It's used for infrastructure improvements. What we're looking at doing with that, what the governor has proposed, is to extend that to 2049. It's a long ways away. I will not be here in 2049 anymore as superintendent, at least. Hopefully I'm around somewhere yet. But looking to expand that. But the one thing he wanted to put into that was to divert some of that money towards water quality. Various amount of ideas on that and thoughts and opinions on that. It was developed by schools initially for school infrastructure needs. It was not developed for anything else. Schools were the ones that went out and got it passed. At the same time, water quality is very important. Schools will continue to get money, just not quite as much if it would be passed by the legislature. Some people say that we have a very, very good thing. Most states do not have this, and we need to take advantage of it. And if we can extend it to 2049, that is all the better. So others are saying no, it should all be for school. So I'm interested in hearing your opinions on that way. I do believe it's a good thing to extend it, and the schools do utilize that money for infrastructure needs, and we're very fortunate compared to many other states in that regard. We did do some reading on comment reading and reflection time. We talked about innovation from The Creative Mindset by George Couros, and also in a book called Innovative Leadership that way. Looking at assessments, looking at leadership and how that is, and it led the board into having some discussion about how are they innovative as a board. A couple things we talked about were board members potentially taking walkthroughs in the district to see what's really going on in school, and also to travel to the Cedar Rapids district to visit the Iowa Big program in the future. Those are just discussions. We're going to talk about that in the future sometime as well. Some informational items there. We have some after-school program. We have what we call the STEAM program, starting up for middle school students. We have the after-school program for elementary students, and middle school can attend as well. We have a specific one for STEAM based on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, along with arts mathematics. That will be starting up on January 25th. If you're interested, please contact the school, 872-4913 for information on that. If your student did not bring one home, I'll also put it on the website as well. Some winter break update stuff. We do have a couple things. We added a batting cage, an indoor batting cage in a multi-purpose gym at the middle school, high school. That was funded by a youth basketball tournament, along with the baseball team helping out, and then the athletic booster. So it's a very good thing for our kids. And we also have some water bottle fillers attached to the water fountains in the elementary school. 2 of those that way, so that was a positive thing. I heard more comments about that than some of the other things going on, but it's a very important thing. We also will be showing the movie Most Likely to Succeed here on Tuesday, February 9th. There will be an article in the newspaper in the upcoming weeks here in the Bellevue Herald Leader, but wanted to let you know about that. It's talking about educational transformation, educational revolution, educational change, and what schools need to be looking at for the future in order to prepare students better, to make them more successful after they leave the Bellevue schools. And along with that, we talk about graduation rate. Our graduation rate is one of the highest in the state of Iowa, and the state of Iowa has the highest in the nation that way. We have a graduation rate of 98.2%. It's not 100%. We have had 100% several years in a row, or over several years we have, but we're making strides that way. Our goal is always to graduate every student that enters the doors of our buildings that way. So that's one thing there. Finally, our next board meeting is on February 8th, and that's a Monday night, the day before Most Likely to Succeed, which is on Tuesday, February 9th that way. Upcoming events here, we do have some basketball games coming up. There's no games on Tuesday night here. It's our bye week in the conference. We do have games coming up on both Friday and Saturday. Check out the website for information on that under events. Would love to see you at some of the games. We have a home wrestling meet on Thursday night with Coach Rip. It is a wonderful event to attend. I encourage you to attend. It is well worth your time to come see the wrestlers out there, along with the basketball teams and the bowling teams. There's a bowling meet at Horizon also on Thursday night. So a lot of things going on. I'll be back next week with a shorter version, under 5 minutes. But this one here's the long one, since it's the comment highlights of the board meeting. But everyone have a great week. Stay warm.